Hey guys, welcome back for another great video. Today guys, let's dig to the top 15 anime for gamers. If you are obsessed with video games, those are the best anime you could watch and you're gonna enjoy it, of course. So for more details, let's jump to the next part of the video. But before we get started, I appreciate if you first take a second to subscribe to the channel and smash even that like button. So without any further ado, let's get started guys. Number 15, we have Sword Art Online. It all started with Sword Art Online server officially kicked off at 1 PM on November 6, 2022. And hell began when the creator managed to trap 10,000 people on the game, preventing any disconnection and adding a difficulty. Virtual death of a player's avatar signifies the person's actual death. Number 14, we have No Game No Life. After winning, their opponent offers them to be reborn in his world, a world where all conflicts are determined by games. Sora and Shiro, tired of their world, accept his proposal and are transported to the whimsical world of this board. For number 13, we have Persona SAGAS, an anime based on a video game that follows a young high school student who has just arrived in Tokyo after an unfortunate incident. Very quickly, he will have to face events that will change his daily life when he awakens his persona, gradually between his life as a high school student during the day and that of phantom thief in the evening. He will discover obscure facets of the world around him. For number 12, we have Overlord. The story begins in 2126 in Yggdrasil, phenomenally successful online virtual role-playing game which is now on the verge of shutting down its servers after 12 years of existence. Momonga decides to remain immersed in the virtual world until the server is shut down and the game is forced to disconnect. For number 11, we have Log Horizon. It's about online video games. One day while playing Elder Tales, he finds himself trapped in the game with 30,000 other people. From now on, it is not possible to use the logout button or to be killed. Gradually, players lose the will to play, realizing that they will end their life there. But Shiroi doesn't want to give up. He then begins a journey to understand where the problems comes from. For number 10, we have Corpse Party. It tells the story of a group of high school students from Kisaragi Academy who one evening after school, and to celebrate the departure of one of them, stay at school and tell each other ghost stories. For number 9, we have Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Suzuki Ishiro, a 29 years old programmer, finds himself transported to the game he was creating. In the game, the latter is called Sato and is 15 years old. Although at first he thought he was dreaming, he realizes that his game is a little too real. Due to his inordinate power, he can decimate army of lizard men in an instant. He makes the decision to hide his power to meet and live in peace with the different inhabitants of this world. However, events planned in advance in his game, such as the return of the Demon King, will get in his way. For number 8, we have ReZero starting life in another world. One day, a young man named Natsuki Subaru at the exit of a convenience store is transported to a parallel world without any explanation. Trying to figure out what he's here for, Subaru is attacked by a gang of bandits but is saved by a young girl, Emilia. To thank her for the help she gave him, he in turn decides to help her find a thief who has stolen something from her. One fine day, Emilia and Subaru are attacked and killed by a mysterious person. However, Subaru wakes up to the place and the day he arrived in this world. It is then that he realizes that he can return to the past after being dead. To escape his doom, Subaru decides to use his power to save Emilia and to save himself. For number 7, we have Konosuba, the life of Sato Kazuma. A game-loving hikikomori ends far too soon due to a road accident. While the latter is deceased, a goddess named Aqua appears in front of him and offers him to reincarnate in the beyond, taking on the aspect of fantastic video game world. After adjusting to this world well and living with a small team that includes Muse, the goddess Aqua, a sorceress named Mugumin, and masochistic paladin Kazuma is given a mission to defeat the Demon King. However, due to the inability of his group to succeed in quests, the latter will very quickly give up this idea and try to take advantage of this world so perfect in his eyes. Unfortunately for him, their paths will very quickly cross those of the generals of the Demon King, and this is how the galleys will begin. Number 6, we have recovery of an MMO junkie. Moriko Moriaka is a 30 years old single woman. After escaping from reality, she let go of her search for a fulfilling life and ended up becoming a NEET. In a new game, she started her new life as an amazing and physically beautiful character named Hayashi. At the beginning of her new life, she will meet a character named Lily, whom she will try to help. Meanwhile, in the real world, an encounter with Yoda Sakurai, a mysterious employee of an elite company, awaits him. For number 5, we have Hack Trilogy. Revenge has become an obsession for a young Hazuyo who now lives only to take down Tri-Edge. For the young, utterly betrayed many times in the real world, it is the consolation that she seeks in the world. The enigmatic Oven, who back after 6 months of absence intends to accomplish his goal. From these 3 individuals will be born a tragedy whose gravity could extend to the entire network. Number 4, we have Akagi. In 1958, during a night game of Mahjong in a small room run by Yakuza, one of the participants found himself particularly inept and was about to crack under the pressure of the game when a young boy 13 years old named Akagi Shigeru burst into the room. Number 3, we have Kakaguri. The story centers on Yumako Jabami, a mysterious recently transformed student who has more than one trick up her sleeve, and Suzui, a student persuaded by Mary Satome, a sadistic student who takes pleasure in destroying all her opponents. Number 2, we have Death Parade. The story begins with the arrival of 2 characters, Takashi and Mashiko, in a strange bar. They don't even remember how they got here, and the host Decim barely answers their questions, forcing them to play a game. Having no other choice, they are dragged into a game series of unexpected events that should reveal their true nature, that Decim will judge accordingly. Welcome to the Quendecim. And finally, for number 1, we have Kaiji. The main character of the story, Kaiji, is poor, pessimistic, and lazy. He lives alone in a poor neighborhood, still riddled with debt. He kills time by playing games of chance with his neighbors, although he constantly loses. So this is it, guys, for now. I hope you really enjoyed the video. More videos are upcoming very soon, so make sure to check the channel sometimes. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, of course, and I wish you all a great day.